I'm a gangster bitch. I'm a pistol pop and get it out the mud, bitch. I'm the type of bitch you might just fall in love with. Yeah, I'm looking for the money where the plug at. I'm a rich bitch. Finesse a nigga out his life, he ain't get shit. All my bonus come free, I'm a lit bitch. Think that bitch mad, she ain't his bitch. Ayy.
Alright, so I'm back with another video. So this will be my second but third video on this channel. I wanted to actually talk about a topic that's kind of touchy for me. I want to talk about self-love and appreciation for my own person. It's taken me kind of a while to get to a level of a point where I can say that I care and love myself, because I looked for love in so many other people for myself that I didn't realize that the first person who should love me would be me. I kind of started from the beginning because I had such low self-esteem. It was kind of ridiculous to the point where I would get bullied on a daily basis, to a point where I would believe that every single thing that they said was real. I was a kid with braces, bad teeth, they were yellow as crayons. I can dog myself now because I know I'm better than that. I was a heavyset kid who didn't know about his sexuality, and I didn't know what I was and who I was going to be. It was kind of difficult for me. And I really only hung out with girls back then. And the guys would just always pick on me, and I would just have issues overall. And I'd just be called different names and different, like, homophobic slurs that kind of just killed me. And that was just in elementary school. Middle school got worse because, like, my braces came off. I slimmed out. But nothing really worked for me because I still had that sexuality thing that apparently made everyone else tick. And that was kind of the roughest patch for me. That was when I was the most suicidal. That's when I cried myself most of the time to sleep, because there was really no one to talk to about it. And I took every single shot that they took at me to heart, and it was crazy. It's kind of a difficult topic to even talk about to a lot of people, because I don't want to, like, retract and go back to where I used to be, because I learned so much from these past experiences that, regardless of what people say, that I should love myself. They just make me feel so inferior to them because that's just how they want it to be. Like, children nowadays are mean as fuck. And I see people get put down on a daily basis, whether it's at work, at school, on the streets, because people just don't care anymore. They're just there to say what they want to say, and they just say it without realizing there's repercussions behind it. Like, you don't know what other people's lives are behind closed doors. You don't even know if they have a home, and you're just dogging them. Yeah, he might wear the same outfit on a daily basis, but you don't know what he's struggling with. Or, oh, she might not have, like, the best braids, or she might not have the best clothes like you, who's more fortunate than the other person, but they could be struggling and you don't even know, or they could just be living this life because that's what makes them feel comfortable. With me, it was just mainly on my appearance and how I presented myself. Like, I would get called ugly, I would call fat, I'd be called a queer, faggot. You'd never amount to anything. And that just hurt me to a point where I tried to commit suicide quite a few times. And I had to open up to my folks about it, because it got to a point where I had to literally have them come to the school. And nobody really, not even my friends, spoke about it, which is kind of nerve-wracking for me as well, because if you're supposed to be considered my friends, why wouldn't you help me out and help me figure out my situations, but you didn't. You just kind of sat there as like a bystander and was silent through the entire transaction. You didn't know that I would cry myself to sleep. You didn't know that I would go through my little bulimic phase. It wasn't even a phase. I still have like partial moments where I'm just like, I kind of wish that I was skinnier, like I was in high school. Like it was to the point where you could literally do the little things like this around people's waists. That's how bad I was. And I would still wear baggy clothes, and I would still feel fat because I would still get that from everyone. And as I grew older, I had to realize that the bullies were just doing it just to make them feel better, and who I was and what I did was just me. I grew through puberty, got better with it. Through high school, I still got the gay, faggot, queer. You do all this. I don't understand why you chose this as a life choice. It wasn't a choice. I was made like this. This is who I came to be. There was no, oh, I'm gonna decide to be bullied every day. I'm gonna decide to go to a side that's more judged. I'm gonna decide to live every day of my life in fear over someone who's homophobic as hell is gonna like take my life away or take away my freedoms, because that wouldn't have been a choice for me. This is who I am. This is how I'm living my life. To each his own. I am me. Who gives a shit what you say? And I had to learn that. And then after learning that, I had to learn that the only person who should really be loving me should be me, because I looked for love in so many other people that when I started dating, that it got ridiculous. Started dating this one guy for a long time. He was my first love. I still love him. There's not a day that goes by that I kind of wish that we could have worked things out, or we could have been better from the beginning. He was my heart, my everything. I gave him my all, and he gave me half-ass, but I still kind of hoped and wished that we could be better. And maybe in the future, or maybe in a different time period, or maybe in a different life, we could get back to what we had. But I had to realize that I was searching for love through other people so I can love myself, because whenever I was in a relationship, I kind of amplified myself to better me, just so I can seem more like they're equal than just who I was. And then I realized that me doing that, I'm kind of forcing myself to change, not for myself, but for somebody else. And I realized the only person who I should really be changing for would be me. I don't need to change to make you feel special. I shouldn't have to change to make you feel as if you're comfortable. I shouldn't have to do that. You should love me for me. And after I realized I tried to do all these changes for someone else, I had to realize, like, the changes I've made wasn't for me. The changes that I made wasn't for me to be comfortable. The changes that I made was for you to be able to feel that you had your own equal. It was the change that I made for you to make you feel like you were comfortable enough to be who you wanted to be. I'm not that, and I'm not your security blanket. I'm supposed to be my own person as well. And the lesson that I've learned from trying to find love for other people is I have to be that first wall of defense. I have to care for myself before I care for somebody else, because I changed too much. People noticed my changes, and I didn't take that to consideration. People noticed that I wasn't being myself. I was becoming more introverted than extroverted, because before all this, I was so willing to go out and be happy and be with my friends and be super energetic and running and helping other people. And then realizing that I was someone that people would go to for advice and help and everything else. I realized that all the helping that I did for people was good, but I wasn't trying to help myself either. Like, I was too busy with other people's feelings and other people's stories and other people's lives that I didn't even focus on my own.